Good morning. I am Carrie Paleo, your host of the Leveling Up podcast and the Executive Director of the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining me this morning as we talk about all things going on in Utica Chamber, and I'm joined here with some guests. So start off talking about a few things that we have upcoming, chamber events and community events that are going on. Tomorrow we have the Utica DEI Partnership, which is a group of the local colleges, Mohawk Valley Community Action Agency, and the Greater Utica Chamber. We are hosting Ashley Ford for a lecture and reading. It's a virtual live event that you do have to register for. It is free and there are seats still available at 7 p.m. That's tomorrow, February 10th, so that we hope that you join us for this very exciting lecture and reading. Ashley Ford wrote the book Somebody's Daughter, and she's going to be doing a reading of that. I'm only about halfway through the book. Hopefully some people are a little further along, so I'm looking forward to no spoilers tomorrow from her. Next week, we have our business after hours at the Kelberman Center. That is Wednesday, February 16th at 5 p.m. We're really excited to see the new facilities that they have there. Wonderful new beautiful facilities. We'll be presenting them with a plaque for the new building, the Link at Hage House, and they're one of our platinum supporters, so we hope that you all come out and see this beautiful new facility as well as get some networking and wonderful food and drinks. Also next week, we have our Better Your Business series. This is free to our members, and it's Success in Sales. So this is a two-part series, Thursday, February 17th at noon, and then the following Thursday, in person and virtual. We only have a few seats left if you're interested in coming in person to the chamber offices. This is free to our members. You're going to learn everything you need to know if you're in the sales industry. Frank Williams from SCORE is leading this training. He worked at ConMed for many years in the sales industry, so you're going to get lots of great tips and tricks, and we really encourage you to come down to that. You know, this is one of the things that comes out of our Small Business Council, and all of our members have been asking for these types of educational events, so we put this programming on for you. A few save the dates that the Chamber has coming up. We just announced our annual meeting, which will be Tuesday, April 5th. We're celebrating our 125th anniversary, so it's going to be a little special. That's going to be at the Delta Hotel, so save the date for that. And then next month's Business After Hours is with Broadway Utica. They're going to be hosting that at the Fort Schuyler Club on Thursday, March 10th. So get ready for your St. Patrick's Day Parade Day weekend with us in Broadway Utica at Fort Schuyler Club. And then one thing that hasn't been announced yet, so if you're watching today, you're getting just the first save the date for it. We're doing our first Leads event, and it's going to be specifically for ladies in March. So it's going to be Leads and Ladies, and it's going to be a tea at the compound, and that is going to be on March 31st. So if you're a lady looking to do a little bit of networking, that'll be coming up, and the registration will be coming out for that soon. So look for that. All of these events are on our website, and we encourage you to sign up for our newsletter if you're not getting that. There's a pop-up right at greateruticachamber.org, and you can fill out to get all of these updates and more about everything going on. Wednesday specifically, we talk about what's going on with our members and our member mention emails. So a few things to look forward to this weekend and next weekend. Of course, it's Valentine's Day weekend coming up, and so a number of restaurants have wonderful specials. Iconic has Valentine's Day specials all weekend. If you're looking for something more low-key, Petrello's has a special Cafe d'Amore this weekend, a special if you're looking for a coffee date. They've got that going on, but a number of our member restaurants have specials going on this weekend and Monday for those that are open on Monday, so you can check out our website for links to all of those restaurants. If you're looking for home improvements, the Home Show is celebrating I think it's 10th year this year. New York Sash started that in partnership with Kessler Productions, and that's been a wonderful attended event. And if you're looking to do any home renovations, that's out at the Turning Stone Casino this weekend from Friday to Sunday. And that'll be, again, another, we've had to skip that in the past few years, so another great thing to look forward to that's coming back. If you're looking for a new job, Indium is having a job fair next week, Thursday, February 17th. They have over 65 immediate openings. So they're going to do on-the-spot interviews. They've got some hiring bonuses. That's going to be at Borza's in Westmoreland. So that's a really cool facility to look forward to. And then also next week, another annual meeting to talk about our friends over at Oneida County Tourism, which is one of our wonderful partners, has their annual meeting at the Capitol Theater next Thursday, February, getting ahead of myself, February 17th. They're going to be over in Rome at the Capitol Theater. Registration's open till, I believe, next Tuesday. So if you want to attend that event and see what's going on in our tourism industry, they'll also be presenting awards at that event, so come on out to that. And then last, I'm excited to say that the Daily Sentinel is being delivered here in Utica and has more Utica focus. They're one of our newest members, and we're getting our paper now. So if you're looking for some more news to be read instead of viewed or listened to on this podcast, get your Daily Sentinel subscription. So enough about what's going on with our members. I've got two people here today with me, so a little bit unique for our podcast. Our friends from CH Insurance. I've got Pat Leone and Joe Convertino here with me today, and we're here to talk about all things risk management. So welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself, why you got started in the risk management field, and a little bit about CH Insurance. We'll kind of just get to know each other a little bit before.
Well, first of all, thanks for having us,
Yeah,
Carrie.
absolutely.
And you have a wealth of knowledge for us members.
Yeah.
Hopefully I remember that or have to write it all down.
Well, you get it in our emails. So.
There's a lot of stuff, so hats off to you and your crew, and thank you for having us. CH Insurance, we're an independent insurance agency out of Syracuse, but with a lot of ties to the Oneida-Herkimer County area. Commercial insurance, personal insurance, group benefits, risk management. My dad and I, Joe Sr., originally from Utica, couldn't be here today. He's in sunny Florida as we freeze up here. But we have, we have about 28 employees, the best associates, I think, in New York State. We've won Best Places to Work. We've won Business of the Year, 50 and under, Family Business of the Year. So we're so proud of what we do and how we portray that not only to the community, but to our clients and staff. Pat Leone, just one of the best in the business. And, you know, I've known Pat when I first started in the business in 1996. I'll let him touch on that. He was with Travelers, so he was on the other side, like my father was on the insurance company side. I never had that experience. You know, basically I got the tutelage under Pat as far as coverage, marketing, how to do the right things for your customer. And probably 6-7 years ago, he saw the light after we talked to him for 20 years and finally made the move to our agency. So it's been a great run, and we're just happy to be here and learn a little bit about us.
Yeah. So, Pat, you live right here, right in Whitesboro.
Born and bred. I started my career in 1987. Attended local schools, local high school, MVCC, Utica College grad. I'm proud of that. Syracuse degree, mind you, which was pretty neat back in the day.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
No, I know.
They discontinued that.
Yeah, we were fortunate, very fortunate. I've known Joe Sr. My whole career, 37 years in the business, and met Joey maybe 10 years after that. And we just bonded and built a great relationship. And timing is everything sometimes, right? And I've talked to them throughout the years. And finally, I did see the light. And what attracted me to them is the importance they place on their clients and how they treat people like family. And that's very important to me. Being from Utica, we're kind of connected. We're all family. And so that those traits kind of carry out in our business life as well.
Yeah. So speaking of family and business, and especially people starting small businesses, what should they be thinking about from the business level when they're thinking about risk management?
Well, making sure, you know, whether you are a small business or large business, you know, making sure you have the right policies and procedures in, right? Anyone can sell you a policy, right? But you really got to have a relationship with whoever the agent is so you know the risks, right? And whatever those are. And there's a lot of great agents out there. So, having that relationship, I think the past 2 years, you might have heard me talk about it a lot. I really believe that a business became better during the pandemic. We became better. I got tighter with my family, okay? I mean, we were together more. So peel back the onion a little bit, whether you're a business owner and make things better. And I think a lot of businesses became better.
Right.
As
You
a
had to
result.
fast forward. You really couldn't stop and think like, how can I, you can't develop this long strategic plan. You had to just do the best you could and implement it right away. And out of that came so many wonderful things.
And a lot of things came out of that. But the key was communication that I think you learned, whether, my dad tells cute stories, he would have never thought he'd use FaceTime or Zoom with a client, 6 hours away. I mean, you had to get business done.
Yeah.
And, that's what we brought to our team. And I think it became a stronger knit group. So we got great culture. As a result, most people we're hiring.
Yeah.
Okay, we're hiring. So it's a good tribute, and hats off to Pat and our executive team back, at the office.
Yeah. So, he just mentioned great culture, and you're known for one of the best places to work. Tell me a little bit about what your company culture is like, especially right now that's so important for businesses because there's such an employment crisis right now. So tell me, what's worked for you guys? What do you think, led you to that, best places to work, and what's your company culture like?
I think, excuse me, just from an employee standpoint, I think you have to know who your employees are, both personally and professionally. Excuse me. And I think throughout the pandemic, we reached really deep to find out who we all were personally, and all of us are accountable. And we recognized that, and we kind of proved it throughout the pandemic. And then when you were detached, where you weren't coming into the office, you really learned about how people treated their customers, but you didn't see it, right? And so you get Google reviews, and we do all the things to try and promote within. And I just think that the culture kind of just became stronger and stronger. And I think our clients even felt that too, which was very important because, retention in our business is key, right? And fortunately, we don't really lose too many accounts. We lose accounts because they're getting bought out, or, but not because of our people, and not because of our lack of expertise.
Right.
So I think we really reached deep to find that.
Yeah.
And when you have that culture, it's not only our clients, Carrie, we represent insurance companies, okay? So as independent agents, there's 12 to 20 carriers out there that, as you know, our slogan, in your corner. We're not only in our client's corner, we represent the carriers.
Right.
So we got to have the integrity. They got to have the trust. So when we call them for something, they're like, okay, we'll get it done. I mean, we've had events at, baseball games, okay? We've had, big anniversary events. We do SU events. So we've done some good things, and to keep people close. I don't know if you know this, Pat, it's National Pizza Day today, okay? So
I didn't
out
know
of the
that.
blue, it's not me saying it. One of our guys or gals in the office is saying, we're bringing in pizza. It didn't come from me. And that's when you know it's a small example, but
Right.
we have you got to have fun at what you do. And if my dad were here, he'd say, we're with each other 8 hours a day, when you were
Right.
all in the
Oh, yeah.
office,
Absolutely.
more than we were with our families. You better adapt, be likable, and get things done, and to create a common goal.
Yeah.
And that's where we are, and we love it.
Yeah. You guys do a lot of fun things as a company, it looks like. Tell me about, some of those fun things that you guys do.
Sporting events and summer picnics, and Joey's very, very good at promoting us through social media. So we've been on football fields and hockey rinks and
And who
golf
comes
courses.
up with all that strategy?
Well, look, if my dad were here, and I love insurance, right? I love it. But, my mom will kid him and say, Joey's degree's finally coming out. Joe. What do you mean? Marketing and business. You know, my
Okay,
degree.
so that was your degree.
I guess we're Nazareth College
Yep,
grads.
yep.
We'll get to that at some point. But, you know, that just, it taught me a lot about, and I'm taking the brand now, okay? We have a brand, and how can we make the brand better?
Yeah.
And that's seriously what I think about 24/7 next to, you know, taking care of our clients and staff is how do we make the brand better? We've been on, we have fun little advertisements, not like we have this $1 billion budget, right? But, you know, social media, advertising, few radio ads,
Yep.
you know, during the pandemic, you know, acclaim the fame that I couldn't just sit around and not get us exposed. You know, TK99, who's out here, Galaxy,
Yep.
okay, great people, and their station's awesome out here.
They're my neighbors right next door.
Came up with myself and them, I said, I want to do something every 2 weeks. We're going to call it Survive and Thrive.
Okay.
What do you mean, Joe? We're going to talk to business owners. Tell us how you're surviving during the pandemic. What are you doing? Carrie, I had Utica people on. We had CPAs, financial advisors, business owners, small business, car dealers. Everybody was at a different level during those times. And people, what it was 3 minutes on the air, and then it turned to 20 minutes like this.
Like a segment.
And it was awesome. There was 20 shows. And then that ended, and, you know, we talked about how they're thriving. And now I'm doing, like, little things like Cup of Joe with Gomez, okay? We have fun about sports, and then we turn it to a topic that's important for consumers or businesses with boring insurance,
Yeah.
right? Got to remember, we're in a boring business. If we make it fun,
Right.
can't let all my secrets out, it becomes likable.
Right.
Okay, do you like paying your insurance premiums?
No, but
At
I'm
home.
glad they're there when I need them.
Okay, but do you like, oh my God, there it is, it's
No,
$400.
I'd rather go on vacation.
So most people like, you know, you have to pay it. It's an unnecessary
Right.
evil, but we want to make sure you know your agent, you like your agency, you like your team.
Yeah.
And that's how we win business.
Yeah. So tell me about, you know, your businesses that you work with. Do you have a specific niche of businesses? I know, you know, having as many clients as possible is always great in business, but do you have a specific area business-wise that you work well with?
I always had a passion for the construction industry. I understand it pretty well, and I can relate to those business owners. But I also have a passion towards just being a generalist. I like manufacturing. I understand manufacturing, wholesale distribution, retail. So a little specialty niche, and then more of a generalist. And the variety of business is really what makes you better, right?
Right.
Because everybody has that little integral part of their business that, you know, not everybody knows about. And as a good agent, you got to know about it, right? So
Yeah,
you can protect
absolutely.
what's important to that customer. So that's what makes me motivated every day.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have specific?
Yeah, I would say looking as the company as a whole, first of all, we have, and Pat's in a couple dynamic roles with us. He's helping John Serino qualify the business up front, making sure that the information we need to get, Carrie, is a lot, which
Right.
is good.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you got to understand the age of the roof, this, how many employees, what's your payroll. So Pat helps. We have 7, 8 salespeople, producers that are out there building relationships, right? And Pat helps them, John helps them, I help them. But, you know, in the end, I would say, you know, what Pat said is what we do. We would be a generalist.
Right.
Okay? Because of what we're doing out there in our brand and community, we're getting looks at everything.
Right.
Are you better to be in a niche? Probably. Okay? But we've, you know, we help people out.
Yeah.
You know, we just help whoever it is. If we can't, we tell them why.
Yeah.
Everything's not insurable, believe it or not. And I can't believe we're saying that, Pat, but everything's not insurable.
Yeah. But there's new types of insurance that you have to think about now, like cybersecurity insurance and, you know, all these new things that are coming out. What are kind of the newer things that clients need to know about?
Well, certainly with the pandemic, there seems to be an increased need in employment practices liability, right? How did employers respond to their employees during this troubled times, right? And because of the complex and litigious environment that we live in, those products have become more pronounced, right? Cyber, you'll hear of a breach every day. Somebody's getting breached. I'm sure you've been breached with your credit card. I've been breached with my credit cards on several occasions. How do you handle it? How do you protect your employees and the third parties that, you know, were pilfered, if you will,
Right.
with that information? And so those products are becoming more expensive because the need has been greater. And we seem to have some really good niches in those areas and some great markets for our customers. And those, you know, 5 years ago, we really weren't talking to people about those
Right.
types of products. But now they're coming to us.
Right.
I think I need it. I think I need it. And then we can educate them. And we're finding that it's become a pretty good niche for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
But on that note, what I try to bring in for the crew is they may need guidance. It's not just here's a policy.
Right.
We have consultants we've aligned with to make you better to get cyber insurance. Okay? There's a term called MFA, multi-factor authentication.
Yep.
What's that? Well, it's 2 ways to get into your computer, bottom line. So Joe
You
Senior's...
get the text, and then you have to go back.
Senior's
and
in
enter it
Florida, he better get a text to get into our system, right?
Right.
Well, he bypasses that, Pat. Just kidding.
He's a risk.
Or me. But we want to make them get the best insurance coverage with premiums. We will say, after talking to you, you can't get it. We need you to have someone come in and fix your policies.
Yeah.
Okay? So we got into some proactive pieces to consult. The other big thing through the pandemic in the last 3 years that risk management falls under, human resources. Most businesses under 100 employees are leveraging risk management relationships for HR.
Okay.
Joe, help me with my handbook. PFL, all the things that are changing with paid family
Absolutely.
leave. Oh my God, what are the rules during COVID?
Yeah.
Is this workers' comp or disability, Joe?
Right.
You know, Pat, right? I mean, so if you're not ahead of this,
Right.
and you've seen Tony D'Amato, our Senior VP of Ops, we're doing webinars.
Yeah.
You got to be in the forefront of this because all types of companies are leaning on their risk management program to make their business better.
Right.
And that's where I saw all this and developed this for our company.
Yeah. And so that's like where your phrase comes in. CH is in your corner.
In your corner.
Yeah.
Well,
So
think about all the business owners that never had to think about these things before. And because of the environment that we're working under today, they stay up at night thinking about these things, right?
That's your slow. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
really do. And
Yeah.
you know, I wake up at night thinking about, oh, man, did I do the right thing for this customer? And 9 times out of 10, you know, there's no mistakes usually. But there's always that one thing that sticks in the back
Yeah.
of your mind saying, I should have did this. And you know, we get that right. But I think that shows true passion and commitment to the business. And
Yeah.
we like that.
yeah, I see that you guys put out, you know, some fun tips and tricks and things for your customers, things to think about, you know, winter, you know, what are the risks in winter? And so what other kind of things do you do that puts your customer first, that puts you,
Yeah,
you
like
know,
like winter tips. We have Benefit Buzz on Tuesday. You probably saw that. Take care of your health, wellness. You know, we are a company about wellness.
Okay.
And again, risk management. How do you help me with my wellness plans? Okay. Do you know, we've brought in wellness consultants to certain customers or clients that want to have benefit fairs, right? You know, you got to be everything for everybody. So we try to educate through social media. You know, we have an HR Minute. You might have seen that. So we're just trying to educate, promote content
Right.
that is useful for all types of businesses. And I
Yeah.
think we do a pretty good job at that.
yeah. Do you
I-
partake in any of that, write any of that? Who does all that work?
Actually, I do.
Yeah, you do.
You know, I curate on occasion. we've gotten pretty good at that. And, you know, when you're dealing with those types of things every day, it just becomes natural, right? Oh, you know what? I just had this instance happen to me yesterday. I think it's worthy of
Yeah, because we all learn from everybody else's mistakes, right?
Right. You know, wherever, you know, it was a personal lines customer using their car for business, and a nasty, nasty accident occurred. Is it business? Is it personal? Are the carriers fighting over it? So, you know, and in 37 years, never had that happen.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Never had that happen with all the insurance we
Right.
procure, and that was the first time. It's the first time for a claim like that, but it happens. So alleviate the customer, make sure the ball's moving in the right direction with the carriers, and keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
That's important.
But what we do, Carrie, is you see how we are. If there were 8 of us in here, we'd be collaborating on stories. So I'm the type of guy that says, hey, great, Pat, we have such a following. Pat, I need you to put a story up on LinkedIn. You can get information on what happened.
Absolutely.
Don't let this happen to you. Had a situation. Now, you need to know, it's not just me.
Right.
I got to tell you, we got an IT digital person. Off the charts. David Graham. Been with me for 6, 7 years. And he's starting to think like me. And it's when you have that and the content we're putting out, there's nothing better. But he knows in a meeting, someone will talk about a situation. I go, we need to get that out.
Yeah.
Okay, by Friday, I need you to get it out. Now, if you're not used to social media, okay, another trick, and everybody knows that out there in whatever business you're in, social selling.
Yeah.
You're going to talk about it in probably one of your seminars. Now,
Yeah.
you better embrace social selling.
Absolutely.
And that's a whole nother topic for you at another time. But we are never selling during our stuff you see in
It's
content.
education. Yeah.
But it's called social selling. And any industry you're in, to all our viewers out there, you better embrace it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So.
That's how the young folks buy insurance.
We're
You know,
worried about
the
that.
millennials, the millennials, they don't want to talk to anybody.
They don't need that
wanna
relationship.
Click,
Yep.
swipe, deal with it later.
Yeah. So speaking of young people, and we touched on this a little quick, you didn't major in business, you majored in marketing.
Well, business and marketing.
Yeah, business and marketing. So what would you advise somebody who's trying to get into this field? What would you tell them what classes to take? And
Well, we would tell them to go to Nazareth College.
of course, be a
Right.
fellow Golden Flyer.
Up in Rochester, Pittsford, great area. I'll tell you, you don't see that business admin marketing degree anymore.
Everything's
We've
so
seen some
specialized.
interns. It's digital something, the terms, they're finance, marketing. There's technical terms today. I had some resumes that I was looking at for interns. And I'm like, what is this? It's glorified word for marketing, is what it is. You know, that's a great question. I think you need some finance. You need some business law. For that, accounting, marketing. All combined. But Pat's right. Kids today, what worries me 10, 20 years down the road, are we all going to be buying off of
Yeah,
our
we're losing
apps and
personal
stuff?
relationships.
Is an association for the independent agents that we all belong to in New York State. They help us with all that. But our slogan is trusted advisor, right? You're with a trusted advisor, and you have a lot of members that are what we do in Utica here, and we're trusted advisors. You want the relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Relationships are
we
everything.
don't think that should go away.
Yeah,
in
you
the
buy from
near
somebody that
future.
you trust. That's
But-
really how all of this happens.
Yep, they can get their quote quick online, but hopefully it links to someone in the area that has an agency.
Yeah.
That's what we need to work on.
Yeah.
But it's a fun business.
Nobody goes to school for insurance, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's another thing, yeah.
And when I was growing up, you just fell into it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how we got here, and we're happy we did get here. But there are good programs. I think Utica College still has a risk management program.
They do.
Which I've had a few of my friends' children go through, and they ended up at the Travelers of all places, right? Some good industry places. Mohawk Valley Community College, I remember Don Reese, who got me licensed way back in the 80s.
Don Reese
He's
is
still there.
He's still very active in the
And I
chamber.
talked to him. He's
He is.
awesome.
Come
He's awesome.
He's on our Small Business Council.
I talked to him the other day and I said, I need continuing education. He goes, I got just what you need. He sent me the brochure and we're all good. So still, I think he's in
Your
her
daughter,
70s. He's
Pat?
awesome. Yeah, my daughter's kind of a protege. She works for a local company here, Utica National, and she never aspired to be in the insurance business, kind of just fell in it. So it's we get some good dinner talk at night sometimes, so it's really good.
Good.
So,
Very
Carrie,
good.
speaking nationally about our industry, not a lot of young people coming in, okay?
Yep.
A lot of people in that, my dad's age.
Okay.
Not just retail, where we're
Yeah.
providing the insurance.
Right.
Insurance companies,
Yeah.
okay? You got to remember, as we talked, I think, a couple weeks ago, Hartford, big center here.
Yeah.
Hartford Insurance.
Yeah.
Utica National, huge. Tremendous career. Underwriting, actuarials,
Yeah.
marketing,
Claims.
audits,
So
claims.
these are all places that kids really should be thinking about because there's going to be job openings.
Kids
as
should
the-
be thinking
yeah.
about. Pat was an auditor at Travelers in his early on. Auditor. So technically he's used that skill.
Right.
He's helped customers in tough audits.
Right.
He understands
Yeah.
that. Where I may not know that as much, I lean on my team.
Yes. That's
Right? So the industry is wonderful, but from a global, we got to teach more about it. Risk management is a degree out there.
Right.
Utica, Oswego State, Lemoyne, I got on their committee, Pat. Lemoyne is, got a big endowment, and I think Utica College helps them too. So risk management encompasses everything. Agency, carrier, reinsurance. How many buddies are in New York that you know, Pat? I'm reinsurance. We don't see the reinsurance, right? Because it comes from another carrier. But it's a tremendous career, and you can go in different avenues.
Yeah. Yeah. So before we wrap up, the name of this podcast is the Leveling Up Podcast. So I'm going to ask you both, challenge you both. What have you done personally or professionally to level up? What's gotten you to this point in your career where you're feeling like you need to challenge yourself? What have you done to get to this next stage?
I think for me, I listened a little better during the last 2 years, and
Listening is an important skill.
yes, maybe some people might not think that. I think I became a better leader. I'm a lot, I bring out a lot of passion and energy, and if my dad were here too, I'm basically running the company, but I developed a leadership team that I don't need to do it all.
Right.
And that is so key.
It's trusting. You've got to trust people to give away that.
And I see that moving forward even more as we grow property casualty, group benefits. We're slowly getting in the financial business, okay? More, but having someone smarter than us, but leveraging our culture.
Yeah.
And that's the name of the game, to grow and become better as a corporation.
Yeah. What about you, Pat?
I would take professional life aside because I think everything you do personally
Absolutely.
kind of transcends professionally. And it may just sound simple or easy, but I think concentrating on just being a good person and bringing out the best qualities in myself, I think helps others appreciate you as a person and professionally. And so if I can continue to be a better person, I think I'll persevere in a professional environment as well. And that's what I concentrate on.
Good. Very nice.
Nice.
Anything that we didn't cover that, we need to let our listeners know about today? We talked earlier about how Syracuse just eked out that win last night.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I think we got a big following of Syracuse fans out here, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right, word of tie for
Yeah.
you today.
Also, Utica College colors, too.
Utica
so-
College. Is it?
Well, yeah,
Oh, good, yeah. we played them at Naslo. We might have beat them a couple times. So now, so Nazareth. Mm-hmm. Loved it. Did you love your experience?
I did. I had a tremendous experience at college. Really, they always say like college is where you find out who you are. I actually went to school to be a physical therapist. That's why I chose Nazareth to begin with. Clearly, I'm not a physical therapist, but I learned a lot more about myself. I still have that interest in biology and the sciences, but
that's nice.
Yeah.
So my wife went there. And then my daughter Katie. So my sister went there. They live in Victor, and my daughter's out there. So we like going once a year to the alumni and see a couple hoop games.
need to.
Got to get back.
Yeah, invite me next time. Maybe I'll come out there.
You know the place called Thirsties?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward. You guys have been great. Thank you for this.
Yeah.
We look forward to having our team come to the events, and you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
Great job.
Speaking of events, just a reminder that we've got business after hours next week at the Kelberman Center. They're one of our platinum sponsors, so thank you to all of our platinum sponsors, Mohawk Valley Health Systems, the Kelberman Center, Master Vito Hyundai. We are so grateful for all of your support and everything that we do, and also thank you to the Delta Hotels for sponsoring this podcast today. So we will see you soon. Stay warm, Utica. And next week I will be joined by Eve Vanderwall from Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield.